So our new creation, which is called You Me, which stands for You Are You and Me I'm Me, we want to explore and investigate a little bit more into details the differences between people. It's very interesting to us. We chose three different women, which are coming from different worlds. So we have a hip hop dancer and a flamenco dancer and a classical musician and cellist, and we want to explore their differences, but as well their common sense. And the inspiration came actually from a former piece that we created with Rocio Molina and myself on stage. It was really an encounter about two women coming from different worlds, different cultural backgrounds, and how we can find to coexist on stage together, even though we have very different parameters of creating, dancing, and moving, and doing choreographic sequences. As she is like a musician by herself, she doesn't need really a playback sound, but me, for example, being in sneakers and coming from a hip-hop background, I really needed music. So this was a very interesting discovery to play around with and to develop something together. How can we come together? How can we make compromises of really coexisting together? And of course, it's not only about where you come from the dance background or cultural background. It was also about two women coming together with their own stories and with their own experience. And this is something that we want to reproduce with three new powerful women that we find very interesting to explore in a residency.
Wang Ramirez is a dance duet that me and my partner, Wang, we are forming the company Wang Ramirez, and we are doing this since more than 10 years. With the company, we are artistic director, we are choreographer, and we are dancers ourselves. And hopefully we keep on doing that for many more years.
That is also always, if you try out new materials and new stuff, it's always
I think the biggest aspect in our work or in our creation and research is being different. Being different and bringing different approaches and having a strong characteristic and a past, experiences that we can exchange. Because we think that a society with differences makes it very colorful, and it's important to be different. It's important to have those things together and, discover them as well, because I think the only way of eliminate and abandon discriminations or conflicts is by getting to know each other, by bringing in knowledge and and not ignorance. So by knowing something, by discovering something, by listening to each other, we became automatically less ignorant because we have empathy we understand more. And this is what we really find very interesting, because already we come from a very different world, and to come into this world, it was so enriching, and it brought us and nourished us, and we feel like it's a big part of development and learning process.
I think we are not having a very definite method. We are using we have a pattern on when we're creating, and this pattern is mostly based on relationship. We are very strongly connected with the dancers that we work with, and this is where we ink our research, our work, and we try to take the essence out of them and try to bring them into our world. This is how we make the coalition between both of them and us. And for this performance, it's really a very interesting approach to bring three women on stage, a musician and flamenco dancer and a hip hop dancer, and this synergy is going to be very interesting. And this is where I'm looking forward for residency moment, because residency moment is the moment of the truth, because it's the moment where they get together, it's the moment where they're going to have their first connection, and we have to be very attentive to that, because I think this is where you can get the most interesting if you have the eye for it, because it's how do they going to communicate between each other, what is it going to create the link between them, what is it going to bring them together, what is going to put them on fire, or what's going to separate them, and where is it going to create some confusion, or and with all these elements, this is where creation is happening. And I think it's the best moment of a piece, of a creation of a piece, is the first time you get to know each other and be in a residency room together. So residency is a very important thing when you bring the team together, and especially also when you bring your composer, your dramaturge, when all elements gets together. So it's a moment of inter-exchange.
I think it's very important if you include young audience to participate in theaters, in art, in culture. The earlier you do, the earlier you make a sensibilization to them, the more of of a sweet introduction and access they have. I don't think necessarily you need to change very much in dance for a younger audience. I think dance speaks by itself. The only thing what you have to take care of maybe is the dynamic, that we don't have too much of long pauses of abstraction, because this is the moment when young audiences disconnect, because they're used to get informed and used to get informations in a very, very short sequence. But I don't think you need to bring topics or the sense of the piece in a very narrative, in a very naive way. I think there needs to be a certain abstractions to make them also, or to give them the chance to have space to think and to feel whatever they want to feel and think.